I first heard your story decades ago. I've seen pretty much every interview you've ever given. I've followed the story incredibly closely. But for people who don't know the story, let's give them the bullet points. You used to work at Area 51. When did things get weird? When did you realize? Like, at what point in time did you say, hey, this is not normal work? Like, this doesn't even seem like it's from this planet.
The first inkling I had was normally we had pulled in with the bus and gone around the front through a normal double door. This time that I went in, there were hangar doors open. I went in through the hangar door, and in the hangar door was the disc, the flying saucer that I worked on. I saw it sitting there, and we walked by it. It had a little American flag stuck on the side, and I thought, this finally explains all the flying saucer stories. This is just an advanced fighter.
Right.
So I went by, I slid my hand alongside it. I got reprimanded immediately for touching the thing.
You've heard about these guys, right?
While you watch this testimony that I'm about to show you, remember that it is a federal crime to lie under oath before Congress. Let's watch.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still in the program.
What surprised me a little bit that was unfortunate is the conflation or the lack of distinction between the man-made UAPs, which is actually the dominant phenomenon.
Right.
Although that's
We should be clear, the reverse engineered craft that the United States, black ops, off the books projects have been reverse engineering these crafts for decades. That's the predominant things that people are now seeing in the sky, but based on these alien craft originally.
Correct. And there are actual extraterrestrial vehicles, ETVs as they're called. But I think that because of that lack of distinction, Amanda I met quite a bit with, Congressman Burchett, asked about extraterrestrials harming or killing people. Those events that have been reported to Mr. Grush and others were actually done by human operations that are rogue and very criminal. The truth is less believable than the fiction we've been selling.
It began with a mysterious fireball falling from the sky, caught on a cop's body cam. It landed with a crash. Within minutes, the calls came into 911. Las Vegas cops were nervous as they approached.
I have butterflies, bro. These people say there's aliens in their backyard.
It was like a big creature. So when that happened, the only thing I can see in the backyard is a tall creature, probably around 8-10 feet tall, very thin. So I called my dad. He went to the backyard and he saw the same creature I saw. He told me to go inside the house. At this point, we all freaking out, me and my family. Moments after the video, me and my brother went to go pick up my tools. Then my brother calls me and he told me shakingly, look behind the forklift. So I look. Keep in mind I'm facing the forklift, and then I see the alien creature. So when I saw it, it was a tall, skinny, lengthy creature. He was a gray, greenish color, and when I looked at it in the eyes, my body just froze. Like the same experience as having sleep paralysis. Keep in mind I'm staring at him, and I look at his whole body, and he has a weird looking feet and a big face and eyes, and you can see a big mouth. And I could hear his loud, deep breathing, and I could see his stomach moving. He would just stare at me. Seconds later, I could start moving again. And I start running towards the house. That's when I call 911, and here's a 911 call.
There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually, we're terrified of it.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it. And big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% not human.
Okay.
Moments before they left, one of the officers told me, if I see the thing again, so don't call him, just shoot him. And you can hear in the video. Here's the video.
If those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
So they left, and we went inside the house, and we started praying. As we're praying, you can hear a loud human-like scream in the backyard.
UFO whistleblowers, mysterious sightings, and unexplainable phenomena. But what if there's more to the story? What if the truth is not just out there, but also darker than we imagined? In this series, we're diving deep into the world of UFOs, alleged abductions, and government cover-ups. But with a twist. Does it seem strange that what used to be fringe and conspiracy theory has become mainstream? Why would something as bizarre as aliens and UFOs move from the outskirts of society to the very center? Some possibilities. PSYOPs, psychological operations, convey selected information to audiences that influence the motives, reasoning, and ultimately the behavior of their target audience. Why would someone want us to believe in aliens? False flag. A hostile action that is designed to look like it was perpetrated by someone other than the person or group responsible for it. Who's responsible for perpetuating this? The media? Our government? George Soros? Because it gets attention, and the media wants eyeballs. If it bleeds, it leads. Project Bluebeam is a conspiracy theory written by Serge Monast in 1994 about a one-world order where NASA and the UN work in conjunction with the Antichrist to create an artificial second coming of Christ utilizing projectors that display Christ's return in the sky in order to unite the world under this one world order.
Kill image. Decloak drones. Something. I don't know what it is. It's something. Just, you know what? Double the damage and then run it again.
Yeah, you want me to double it up?
Yeah.
All right. Cover your ears.
Good. That's good.
With a new religion at its centerpiece, it's about control. Some variations of this theory have come out positing that if there is an intergalactic threat to humanity, it justifies throwing all our taxpayer dollars after securing our safety. Don't forget, those who substitute safety for freedom will lose both. If the government is telling you there's a problem, you better believe that they are there to sell you the solution. Are these things really happening and there's no more room for doubt? What is going on? Time will tell, but we do have some clues. Possible explanations for UFOs, or UAPs as they've recently been redefined. Misidentification, the weather satellites or meteors, lens flares, clouds, sky lanterns, the International Space Station, Venus, the moon, ball lightning. Terrestrial military craft from our nation or another country. Create the problem, then sell the solution. If we're being invaded by aliens that have technological advancements that make nuclear weapons look like child's play, then we need to give the government more power, more money, more control to assess the threat. Could these supposed alien spacecraft be of extraterrestrial origin? Maybe. But what about the Fermi paradox? The Fermi paradox takes its name from the Nobel Prize-winning physicist Enrico Fermi, which seeks to answer the question of where the aliens are. The theory assumes that our solar system is quite young compared to the rest of the universe, roughly 4.5 billion years old compared to 13.8 billion, and that interstellar travel might be fairly easy to achieve given enough time. Earth should have been visited by aliens already, like millennia ago, but they haven't, at least not conclusively. But what if the truth is even stranger? What if these visitors aren't what they seem at all? Join us as we delve deeper into the mystery in our next episode.
¡Está atrás de garaje! ¡Está